kid? Well, let's take a look at your map.
Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, we're off for more of Hat in Time's Death Wishes, and in the last episode, we ran through a couple of the areas of Subcon Forest, earning up to 50 stamps, which gained us an achievement, as well as jumping less than 7 times around Mafia Town. Finally put into rest She Came From Outer Space, which is Chapter 1, Act 3, because we've had to do that 3 times so far. Definitely a favourite for the Death Wishes, they got a lot of mileage out of that, but encore, we've rounded that off by taking out the EX version of the Mafia boss. And in this episode, before we start off with any of the available missions that we are able to unlock with 15 stamps, the next one that we'll be doing will probably be at Deadbird Studio, because it's the second chapter, even though in development it was the other way around for Subcon Forest. We're still starting off with Subcon Forest, because we have got Snatcher Coins with a candle. So, we need to find 3 coins around the forest. Let's get into that right now. Short and sweet, simple, with a nice costume as a prize. And the prize has something quite synonymous with Subcon Forest. Starting off, we want to be heading toward the skull where the ice wall is across these 3 dweller platforms. The reason being is that we don't want to blow up this ice wall for a better vantage point. Do a double jump, then lunge into the wall to climb it. No bonk does help, but you want the extra height when you do the lunge cancel, which is the little spin, because right above this skull with burning eyes is our coin on that branch up there. Now, if you were swinging around the place and getting a lot of distance, if you knew ahead of time, you could probably swing to it. But if you're starting off on the ground and you were making your way to the top of the skull, and then thinking how you can go get that without having to backtrack considerably, trying to find a way to get up, there is another way. From the ice wall, and this is the way I normally do it, get onto this branch, then you can climb up into this part of the tree. Even though it looks solid from the outside, we're inside, that's why it's giving this little weird effect. I will just do this. Yeah, we can actually stand within the darkness through. We can hang with the Heartless, I guess, and that's kind of funny really, because I've got a weapon for that. Anyway, we can jump over this way, grab the coin, and then we can go elsewhere in the level as well, since the Subcon Well act is probably the best act to use as free roaming for Subcon Forest. You know that frozen fountain that's kind of shattered and frozen in time? Well, if you look right up there, that little purple sparkle right there, that's our Snatcher Coin that we need. The way that I get up here is come up onto this particular piece of rubble which is this pile of rocks, get onto this pillar, grab the ledge if possible so you can just press A to jump onto it. Then we need to make a jump to this gear, and then hop onto this pillar. Hop across to this one, so that we can climb onto this shattered piece to the next one, and then we can just lunge up here and grab the coin. The last one is at Queen Vanessa's Manor. What we need to do is get back onto the roof again, to the little crevice where the relic was actually located. If we actually hop onto the rooftops itself, we can make our way to the opposite side of the entire mansion, to the chimney where the last coin is. And those are the 3 coins collected. And considering the final coin that we got, we have Queen Vanessa's dress. Remember the flashbacks the pages that we got during the Purple Rift? This is her dress. Look at that. This actually used to be a mod that was actually added to the first DLC pack as a reward for, you know, going through this particular part of the DLC. Quite nice, in fact. I don't know why she stopped dancing. I didn't move. But I'm going to get rid of Sans, because I've had enough of that. I think since we're getting out of costume, we might as well get rid of the hat as well. So I think for Time Hat, I'm going to go back to the actual Time Hat, because I like the little ribbon. And it actually works quite well with this costume, in a way, because the hat itself goes green along with the visor, which doesn't change. So it's kind of nice. Plus, it actually makes sense with the big ribbon that makes the visor. But anyway, enough about that. We've got other shenanigans to do, which is back down to Deadbird Studio for our next mission is 10 seconds to self-destruct. It's basically Train Rush, but with only 10 seconds instead of 2 minutes. I don't like this mission. Yeah, when he says 10 seconds, I mean it. You better run fast, kiddo. And if you want both stipulations filled, the first stipulation is that you must collect all 9 conductor icons. And they're placed in relatively good positions, but the difference being, in comparison to the original mission and this mission, is not just that it's 10 seconds until it blows up, but it's also a lot more difficult with way more hazards, and I cannot get through this without taking a hit. And the reason why I specify that is because the second stipulation, which is probably already on screen, is with no hats and one-hit hero. So the second stamp, the third stamp even, requires 2 additional stipulations. Not just 1, 2. To get the second stamp, you've got to do it with the one-hit hero badge equipped and not use any hat abilities. That is evil. And if you Peace and Tranquility, you will have 30 seconds upon start, and every clock you pick up will give you 40 seconds instead of 20. As I've said many times, I have tried doing all these in my own time for my own personal file, which I showed you at the beginning of the entirety of DLC 1, that I have all the stamps. However, all the Death Wish stamps, most of them are at the Peace and Tranquility because I just couldn't do them. This is one of those missions, and it's mostly because of the one-hit hero, and you'll see by my many attempts that I'll try to get through to grab all 9 icons myself, I'll try to do that myself, that I am going to die. See you for a montage, because I'm probably not going to talk. Starting off this mission isn't really too bad. You just pretty much start the mission like you would the normal act on the chapter. You'd start outside in order to walk in, but when you lose, you do respawn after the first door, after you pull the chain. So any seconds that you would lose from the chain to getting through the door, upon respawning, you start after the door. You only lose about 2 seconds after doing that. But yeah, basically, the icons are once again in slightly different positions to where they were before. The level has way more obstacles, so it's not just the same level. So you can't go to the original train rush in order to prepare for this, because there's more gates, more obstacles, more cannons, even lava pillars that have been added, even some hookshot targets have been removed. So this is, in a way, a remixed version of the level, so there's no way for you to actually practice and prepare. You got to do it in this mode, so once again, you can get mocked at. There's also more extra panels, and for whatever reason, I have trouble on grabbing the clocks, even though I can grab every pawn without the magnet badge, even though obviously I have it on. You would think that they would be able to be attracted. Also, some things happen that I do comment in real time here. Whoa! What the hell? I got stuck in the ground! What the hell? I got stuck under the kill plane! That's not fair! I shouldn't have lost that because the game bugged. I know I didn't do the jump right, but I got stuck underneath the platform inside the kill plane. I'm like, what the hell? That's not fair! And what I mentioned about hookshot targets, there are none here. You have to jump across them. And they've got very weird physics because, as you saw, I got stuck underneath that. Didn't do the jump right, admittedly. However, that doesn't help if you're doing the one-hit hero badge without any hat abilities. That's out of my control, and for whatever reason, I have a lot of issues with control, and we're getting to the point in the Death Wishes where that's a big problem. And these fire geysers, they can juggle you, and that's pretty much the end of it. I got stuck! Oh my lord! She was wall climbing, but she got... Really? It happened twice. I got stuck in the box twice. So, the reason why I'm only clipping around right now is to show you the entire level since it is remixed before anything else happens. I'm trying to go for all 9 tokens, obviously. I'm not going to do one-hit hero because you'll see how much problems I have. Here, this is pretty much exactly the same other than the fact that you've got rockets shooting towards you. Are you serious? That was my bad. But I have actually had an issue off-screen during practice where one of these platforms was only half fallen, and that was the last button I needed to hit. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it. I might do. I did it. Oh my god. No, Right, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to eat hits. This is the most chaotic part of the level, and of course it's the final stretch. And yes, you probably need all clocks other than one to probably have enough time to even make it. Oh my lord. That was a mad dash. I hate this bit. Oh, how did I manage that? In the very gap at the corner. You serious, man? That was point blank. That's not fair. And now we're getting to the point where the camera will just start imploding, or you just cannot see what you're doing because there's so many things. And I hate these exploding cakes. No! I can't see what I'm doing! The camera keeps zooming in and out! This is... That's fair. The camera kept zooming in and out. I had no control over that. I was at the very end. Now I've got to go deal with that madness again. So enjoy this montage of live reactions, pain, and being cheated out of wins. In case you cannot already tell... No! I pressed the jump button! That's not... I pressed jump before I got burned. I didn't leave the ground and I got burned and it messed me up. I do not like this Death Wish. It's one of my least favourites. Yeah, I damage boost, but it didn't mean nothing. What? Why was I going into the wall? The camera turned upon spawn. How's that fair? What the hell happened there? I was on the platform. I got pushed away. What pushed me? Nothing pushed me. An invisible force pushed me. The Snatcher is cheating.
Oh, that's just tragic. It'd break my heart if I had one.
Oh, well, it was clean until that happened. And, excuse me, I was flashing. What happened to my invincibility frames game? I just took 2 hits for 1 hit. That messes me up. Oh, shit. Oh, what? I took 3 hits! I took 2 to 3 hits at once. That's not fair. My heart rate just shot right up. That's not fair. I just took 2 hits at the same time. What are invincibility frames in this level? That was a jump. I'm actually quite proud of that jump. You see how I swerved that jump? I arced that, like, all over the place. I'm not actually paying attention when I'm grabbing the tokens, but that's the problem. You gotta go. No! Come on, that's point blank! I do not like the end! I keep getting to the end and then it just all goes to pot. Why? I hate that. Oh, that was so good. That was such a good run. That was such a good run. And I recovered as well. Oh my god, the gate. I got stuck on the edge of the gate. But that's not fair. Really? I couldn't see what I was doing because of the I get launched into the air against my will. I didn't hit one of the... Oh, no, come on. It all fell apart. Yep, just like the Linkin Park song, the more I try, it all fell apart. Tried so hard, got so far, in the end, don't even matter. So you only do this to me when I'm in a Death Wish, which makes me hate them even more. I ran on the wall. What the heck was that? I tried to angle, tried to jump, and somehow I was walking... I was running, but up the wall, but not in a wall run. I mean... Again, the game broke. Why not just have it so it's like you go through the entirety of the original, but don't grab any clocks? That's what I would expect. Not a harder, more frantic version with less time and expect you to do this. I didn't mean to do that. That's ruined everything!
Killing you is hard work, but it pays off.
Oh, that's it. That's game. That's game. I can't land anywhere safely. Unless I somehow do? No! I hook shot! I hook shotted! I hook shotted! Oh! I didn't need that. No, I missed the... Yep. Oh, how did I bounce off those without getting hit? How did I do that? Okay, somehow I did... The camera swerved! I did not touch the camera! I did not touch the right analog stick. Why did that happen? Right, let's grab these goddamn... Did I even grab... Are you serious? Again, I got hit twice in a row. What are invincibility frames? No, I overshot. My lord, I hate this. I hate speedruns. I hate speedrunning. I do not like speedrunning. I'm not good at speedrunning. I was about to land on the platform and I bounced off the bloody thing. That really messes me up. That's not fair. Again, it messed me up. That's me dead again. I've got no health for this bit. Right, you know what? I've had enough. Let's use this. Again, I still bounce on a cannon when I'm trying not to. I can't see what I'm doing! I can't see what I'm doing! There's 5 cannons shooting balls with platforms going up and down with 2 lava pillars in the way. I can't see what I'm doing. That's not fair. That's so stupid. That ain't difficulty. That's hindering the player with visibility issues. Please don't shake the camera too much. I'm not asking much. I just want to be done with this nonsense. Jesus. I thought I was fine. I was not. I'm back at full health anyway. It's fine. Unless a cake gets in my way and pushes me into the lava, stopping my full momentum from the jump I tried to make. How convenient. That didn't even touch me. Well, there goes that run. I was fine. And then the cake happened. The cake. The cake isn't a lie. The cake is the devil. For feck's sake! Oh, look, you just respawned. You want to start? Oh, look, got hit by a cannon immediately upon start. Fair. Oh, well, I would have been fine, but no. Let's take more damage because something hit me again that I couldn't bloody see. That was a great run. Amazing run. There was no kind of rubbish that happened in that one. What did I just say? I was all over the place there, trying to outrun him. I should have just jumped and hooked. I cannot avoid that one cake. That's really annoying. Why do cakes exist in this game? There we are. That's what I like to see. Just give me the one. No, I didn't want both of them. I said now I would like both of them. Oh my god. I got hit by the lot. What? I got juggled by it! Oh my... No. I'm not having that many mess ups at that point and taking any damage out of that. That's rubbish. Why am I in the wall? Excuse me, game? I didn't touch the camera. Why did you 90 degree me into the wall? You almost killed me in the first room. Without resetting. That's not my fault. I didn't touch the camera. The camera just decided, you know what, I'm going to make him walk into a wall. It always spawns you facing forward, but randomly it just decides no. This time I'm going to change the camera angle. Because we're weird. I mean, why would I turn the camera in that direction? I'm going forward, not the other direction. Hit one of the balloons, please. Never mind, I get hit anyway. Christ almighty. Are you serious? Are you serious? No. I wasn't having that. You're not cheaping me out just because I land on a platform you don't count. That ain't my fault. I shouldn't have to pay for the game's shenanigans. You know, every time something like that actually happens, I think it's the Snatcher being a dick. Right, there we are. Now that cake ain't gonna bloody well hit. Never mind! I dodged one thing and then I get hit by something else immediately afterwards, so it didn't even matter, of course. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly the reason why I didn't want to get hit by the cake. To get hit by something else immediately afterwards. That's fair. I like it. I like it a lot. Stupid. Don't hit me. The cannons, bouncing on the cannons, I'm not a fan. That's the wrong hat. Please stop. Ha! Ha!
Oh, you made it!
I messed up on getting the bloody time stop hat for the final bit and I still somehow did it. How am I going to do that with a one-hit hero badge? No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. I've died too many times at the end there because I couldn't see what I was doing. I'm not doing the one-hit hero. Someone else can do that, and that someone is Crabbar. Let's cut to that run. Oh, that's so annoying! Well, I managed to get all 9 icons and finish after 23 lives of pain. Here is a sped up version of Crabbar. Once again, amazing legend of skill. It's just going through the whole place without using any hats, doing a load of dive boosts in order to keep his speed up and momentum, especially after he bounced off of that balloon, not grabbing any of the tokens because he doesn't need to, and pretty much getting through without taking a single hit. Now, even if I try to get through without using a hat, I probably would not be able to avoid taking a hit at the very end, because I mentioned a little bit later on in the video that as you try to see through the montage that I had through this particular end sequence, at the very end, I had to use the time stop hat on my last couple of attempts and actually getting to the end in order to avoid damage, because no matter how I try to move, the cannons always get me and I can't see because of the pillars of fire. So you just need very good coordination and get quite lucky. I mean, hell, even Crabbar uses the time stop hat in that end sequence when going through all the tokens.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
And of course, Crabbar does a dance at the very end, because he deserves to be as smug as he is. I am not going to lie, that was the first time I actually beat the mission with 7 icons, and that is also the first time I've beaten it without Peace and Tranquility, because even with Peace and Tranquility, I have those control issues. That very end bit, you need to use the time stop hat. I was trying not to see if I could do that area with no hats for one hit hero, but if I can't even do it without issue with Peace and Tranquility, that's an achievement for me right there. I need to fix that, so let me pay 77 and get my additional stamp. I'm not going to be able to do that with a one-hit hero badge. This is actually a level that I hate the most because of the issues that you probably just saw right there. The ways that I died were very stupid. They could be my fault, they could not be. They do not feel like my fault, to be honest. And you can't see what you're doing at the end. How is that fair? Seriously, that's my gripe. That's my biggest gripe. For the most part, you can't see what you're doing, and the very first death, I got stuck underneath the platform, which keeps happening to me when I'm trying to go after the bloody clock before it falls. I get dragged down with it, and then I get stuck underneath, and the hurt plane just goes bush, bush, bush without... Which is fair, because, you know, I'm stuck, it's going to kill me quick. But at the same time, it's ignoring invincibility frames, so, very annoying. But if I could suggest just, like, a different... Maybe, like, difficulty expectation for the Death Wish such as this. What if it was just the original Train Rush mission, but the goal is to do it without any extra time? Something like that. Or maybe... So that basically you can't pick up any clocks. And then it's like, pick up all 9 icons and do it with one hit hero. Something like that. But you're just given the set 2 minutes, like what we had to do for the no jump candle for Train Rush, but instead of it, because that 2 minutes is plenty of time, but maybe make it so it's like, oh, do it in 100 seconds, there are no clocks, something like that. So you are given the time necessary, you can't extend your time, you have to be good. Here, it's expecting you to grab all of the items, all of the clocks, do it fast as shit, and not take any damage without using any hats. It's, if you do them all at once, it's a bit ridiculous. So, yeah, I do not mind Peace Tranquility this, because in practice, I was stuck on this one for quite a while, and I've also been moaning about it for quite a while. So let's move on in the next episode, because after editing this entire episode, it was a bit too long, by 55 minutes, I had to split it into 2. So, in the next episode, guys, we will be moving on to the Community Time Rift Rhythm Jump Studio. A Community Time Rift, which is a mod that was put into the main game that is located in the Death Wishes. So, in the next episode, guys, we'll be starting off with this one. See you guys then.